Hey, good afternoon. I'm John. This is Rhoads Life Coaching. And I'm always amazed. I say it every time. I'm always pleasantly surprised and amazed. And when simple ideas kind of trigger a light bulb inside of me and a new idea or a revelation comes to me that I hadn't expected. 2 times in the last couple weeks, the idea of how we train for races or events or projects or life in general comes up in a unique way in that we don't train for the beginning of the race. Whether you are a amateur athlete or a professional athlete or someone in school learning to get a degree or someone at the beginning of their career or even someone trying to find a new career, whether you're unemployed in transition, it doesn't matter what the event is. When we do practice and training, we aren't training to start the race. We aren't training to start the game. We're training for a point farther in where our skill, our natural talents and abilities kind of wear out, and we have to rely on that training and our strength and endurance to keep going. Maybe I'm not describing that in the best way, but the image that comes to mind is a marathon runner. For those of you that run marathons or know someone that trains for marathons, it isn't anything about the beginning of the race. The practicing that they do, the training that they do is for the part of the race past the midway point where they have to really decide whether or not they want to keep going. Anyone can start a marathon. It's the folks that do the training and preparation for that end of the race, the second half or the final third, that are really actually preparing. And so thinking of that then, we aren't really actually training or preparing for anything at the beginning. And my hope is that subtle shift in perception might help in terms of being able to look at how you train and prepare for things. Whether or not that's a car trip down the road or how to have a conversation with someone. Yes, it's difficult to get started. And I've talked about that before in terms of getting that momentum and inertia to get started. But what you're actually preparing for is how you want to finish the conversation or the project or the car ride or the marathon. What is it that you're preparing for and how are you preparing makes a difference, because you're actually preparing to finish those things, to find a job, to move through your career. You want to end up somewhere and have a sense of vision, but you're preparing for that second half or final third of the project. And your skills and your talents, whatever else it may be, are actually required to be honed for that segment of the race, not the beginning. If that's true, then where is it that you are finding yourself struggling to continue? Finding yourself trying to decide whether or not you want to have the willpower and the purpose and the meaning to continue through that final segment to finish the race. It ends up becoming how bad do you want it? And have what you prepared for, the training that you have done is for that moment, not the beginning. I don't know that I've done a great job of describing that, but my ask is to look this week and in the weeks to come of where are there opportunities to see that perception shift, to see that you are preparing for the tough part of the race or the tough part of the game or the tough part of the conversation, not the easy part at the beginning. And where can that training and preparation and will and power and mindset get you through? As always, I'd be happy to continue that conversation and answer any questions you might have. Please feel free to comment below. I'm John Rhoads. This is Rhoads Life Coaching. I hope you're able to find purpose and meaning in daily life.